Hello everybody, how are we all today? So all the usual stuff out the way, so thank you very much for tuning in. It really is appreciated. If it's your first time watching or you're a regular viewer, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It's interactions like that that help this channel stay well up in the YouTube rankings, and just as, if not more importantly, it's customers, not just visitors to our website and our optics weekend or phoning up for advice. It's customers that help this channel continue and I can keep adding new products. Apologies first of all if I'm not sure if you're picking up the noise in the background. There's some construction work going on across the road, but just for a change I'll tell you, well, this is about the Viking Kestrel ED 10x25 binoculars. I recently did a review of the 8x. Now, rather than repeat myself and keep mention the handling and eye relief and everything, I'll link to the 8x version at the end of the video. But this is more to say what a couple of customers have recently said at our optics weekends, and after trying some other sets. And one customer, as always, I introduce them to 3 or 4 binoculars in their price range and their specification, and they choose. I don't, the customer chooses, with no pressure from me. And there's one lady, she picked up these, and she picked up the Bar & Stroud Series 5 10x25, and as always it's unfair to compare the two because these cost £50 more, so you can't really compare like for like. Yeah, these are a better set, but if you don't have more than £100 to spend, then the Bar & Stroud, you can't really go wrong. And she took them both outside for a look across the nature reserve, and came back, and forgetting which one was the most expensive, she held these up and she said, these give more, these are much more sharper. And that was, and she bought them. There's another customer, he looked at these, he looked at the same Bar & Stroud ones, and he also looked at the Helios Nitro Sport, and he kept trying them up, and the thing he was noticing, and he kept getting these and picking them up, and well built, and he kept, and then forgetting which was the more expensive, and he kept coming back to these every time. He, which, and kept coming, saying to me like, which ones was it I liked the best, and oh yeah, it was these, yeah, and how much are they? And so he didn't, he'd been trying a few sets and forgot the prices, and without knowing the price he kept going for these. He didn't really comment on what he saw through them, he just said these are the best. And there was something I kept noticing, and he pointed out as well. Twist eye cups on these, they are, I think out of the sets I currently sell, these are by far the best quality twist eye cups I know with a 25mm set of binoculars. They really are. And I think I just tested these, and with them fully out, with the glasses off, I found I could hold my eyes just a millimetre or two out, and to get rid of that blacking around the edges. But that's really just a quick rundown of what customers thought of them. One instantly said these are sharper, and the other person, for reasons kept to himself, he just kept saying, I like these, I like these, I like these. And it shows that sometimes you really need to try before you buy, which is why it is appreciated when a lot of you come to our optics weekends. So just like the 8x25 version, you get the nice soft nylon case there, very nice padded strap with the quick release clips there, and the drop down lens covers. There are some eyepiece excuse me, covers as well, but I've just not got them at hand at the moment, but they are very nice. So just like the 8x, these are ED glass, fully multi-coated, dielectric coated prisms, and for a 25mm the results are quite remarkable. And with the customers that have recently been walking out my optics weekend with these, that says it all really. You know, considering the weight, I think they're about 312 grams. Extremely well built. These feel so solid. I'm very, very impressed with the build quality with these in a binocular in the just under £150 range at the moment. Who knows what's around the corner. With the ED glass, in most situations, you're not going to notice chromatic aberration. It's only really when you look at heavily backlit branches, example, or maybe a swan against a dark background, those high contrast thing, you know, subjects like that, then yes, you will notice a little bit of purple colour fringing. But ED stands for extra low dispersion, not completely free of it. If you want completely free of chromatic aberration, in most cases you have to go for the fluorite options, which will probably involve you remortgaging the house. But for a small 2.5mm exit pupil, the image really is very, very bright and well up with a number of lesser specification 32mm binoculars, just like the 8x, because the last customer that came to see me, he wanted some that would go in his pocket, and so with these double hinge, or scrunchable as I call them, you can do that. Look at the size of my hand next to them, so they are going to go on an inside pocket. Very, very well built hinges here as well. It's very smooth in operation, and they stay nicely in place once set. So that's a quick look at the Viking Kestrel 10x25 ED binoculars, and a little insight into why my customers went for them as well. So available to purchase in the link in the description below. It is appreciated when you support our channel, and I know a number of you do visit our website. If you're having any problems with the checkout, please email me, but from what I gather and what I've seen, it's one of the easiest web checkouts to use. So as always, I hope this helps, and I shall see you next time.